Hello and welcome to my channel. My name is Millie. On this channel I talk about yarn, I talk about knitting and crochet, I talk about the projects that I am working on and the projects that I'm planning to work on. But today I'm gonna share with you some of my favorite yarns that I have bought from the DFW FiberFest. So this is the week of September 10 to 16, and this coming weekend, starting September 14th through September 17th, there's going to be the DFW annual FiberFest, which takes place, mostly it happens in September. So this is September 2023. And so I learned about the FiberFest from a friend of mine who was in the same knitting group with me, and I think it was like 2014, and she asked me, "Oh, are you going to the FiberFest?" And I said, "What is FiberFest?" And she went on to explain to me what it was, and I have been hooked ever since. So I try to go every year, but I don't always make it, and I am not sure if I'm gonna make it this year, but I'll try to go. And last year was the first time I think they did it since COVID. And last year I went on a Sunday because I think I didn't want to take a day off, and I was working on a Saturday, so I went on a Sunday, and it ended up being a godsend. So I'm just saying, go to the FiberFest on Sunday because I got a ton of goodies. But before I go there, I'm just gonna show you some of the stuff that I have, or some of the dyers or some of the vendors that I really like that come to the FiberFest. They don't always show up, but sometimes they show. Like, I know one of my favorite ones was here last year, and I think she's going to be again. She's going to be here this year as well. So I'm gonna show you, like, I'm sure if you have a stash of yarn, I'm sure there is that one yarn that you really love, and I have one of those that I've been holding since 2014. I think the first FiberFest that I went to, I had just found out about this kind of yarn, like the skeins. Before, I always used to work with the regular acrylic in a ball of yarn, but I found out about this, and I collect some. I have both skeins and I have regular yarn, but I love some of these vendors a lot, and I'm always looking forward to going there and getting at least a skein, because if you have a skein, you can probably make a pair of socks. So I was gonna say, I learned about FiberFest in 2014, and I've missed a few years here and there, but the very first time I went, I'm gonna start with I think I'm gonna start with what I got last year. So I'm starting with this. This is some fabric yarn that I got from the FiberFest. I don't even know why I bought it. It's African fabric that has been turned into yarn. I haven't even used it, but I was thinking that it would make a good wall hanging project. You know, like those woven wall hangings that people do. You can incorporate this in the wall hanging for texture and for color. But it was being sold by a vendor that has a connection with, I think she has an NGO with women. She helps women in Africa, and so they make skirts, they make project bags, they make yarn, and this is leftover fabric that they turned into yarn. I haven't used it yet, but when I bought it, that was what I had in mind, because I was, at that time I was working on I was weaving a wall hanging, using a loom, and I was thinking, that would add great texture. So that is the most unique piece that I have in my collection in terms of yarn. It's a fabric yarn, so I don't know if it's ironed or I don't know, but I think this is pretty unique, and I'll use it if and when I make my next woven project. So like I said before, I went to the FiberFest on a Sunday, and I found out that Sundays are the best. Well, apart from all my friends went on Saturday, so I didn't get a chance to hang out with them, but I kept getting goodies. So this is one of the goodies that I got. It's a kit. It's a shawl kit. It has a pattern book in it. And I think that shawl is what can be made with this yarn. And there is, I don't know what this is because I've never opened it. I think, this says DFW FiberFest. I don't know if it's a raised thingy or whatever. Well, whatever it is, it's a leather thing that says DFW FiberFest. So I was walking around and trying to walk around and look at things, because I usually look at every booth. It's just the beauty of the yarn. Even though I'm not gonna buy everything, I still go and look and touch everything. So I got this kit. It has 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. It's a Berroco Cambria is the name of the yarn. It's 60% alpaca, 20% linen, and 20% Lycocell. I cannot read that. Care instructions: hard wash in cold water, leave far to dry. Now, I am not a fan of alpaca. I know some people are a fan of alpaca, because the only time I tried a yarn that had alpaca in it, it was so itchy and it turned me off from alpaca. So later in the year, maybe in November, during my birthday month, I plan to do a little bit of destarch, and I'm gonna be destarching some of these. I'm gonna be destarching some of my other yarn that is not even here, that I have in other places in the house. And so I'm gonna have a few giveaways, and I think this will be one that I'll give away, because I just don't like alpaca. I mean, it's itchy for me. Like, I don't like it, because when I tried it, it was so itchy. So the reason why I'm showing you this is because Sunday is a good day to go to the FiberFest, because I got this free kit and I got 2 coupons that were like $20 combined, and so I was able to buy more yarn, because I went and I usually linger and just walk around, and that is the last day of the FiberFest. It's usually Sunday. So I'm thinking they're trying to offload all those leftover coupons that they have. I could be wrong, but all I'm saying is that I had I've never gotten anything, any coupons or won anything, even when I entered into those whatever's that you enter and your name gets drawn. So I came out of there with this and 2 coupons for I think $10 each. So if I'm going this year again, I'm going on Sunday. The other yarn that I really like in my stash that I've only bought during the FiberFest is this company, or this lady, I don't know what her name is, but it's called Stunning String Studio. So every year I go, I buy something from her, because she has such stunning colors and it's shiny. And so if I am making a shawl, I like striping with this, because this I don't know what this material, this shiny stuff, it's called silver stellina. It really makes your shawl pop. And so I save these to make a shawl, but I'm not gonna use the 3 of them together. I don't know if they would even work, but anyway, this is one of the places, this is one of the booths that I must shop at. And if you buy yarn from them, you get a free pattern, and you can download it for free on Ravelry. Their patterns are pretty amazing. So this is just a bit of what I have from them. I think every year I've bought at least one skein. So I think this is the most recent that I bought from them. And then there's this one year that I don't remember what year it is, and I got these mini skeins. So these are called Color Concepts, and the total yardage is 790. It's Superwash Merino with Lurex, 92% Merino, 8% Lurex. I think Lurex is the shiny stuff that's in it. Look at that. And it's a gradient. I think it's that one year when gradient shawls were trending. I think that's when I bought this. But I planned to make a shawl with it, but I was gonna look for a coordinating color and stripe it with this or something like that. So that's one of the other treasures that I have in my stash. And then finally my most favorite, which I should probably use this. So this is it's by Miss Babs. Miss Babs yarn is the best. Like, I have other yarns that I bought from her, but this one is called Kilimanjaro 4-ply fingering weight, hand dyed, and it says barbet. I think that means that there's only one skein like this. I could be wrong. And this one is 85% Superwash Blueface Leicester wool, or 15% or something. I don't even know this. I basically bought it because I love red. Red is my favorite color. Now there's enough here to make a sweater because there is it's 11.6 ounces. It's 1450, so it's 1,450 yards. You can use a US 0 to 2 to make your garment. And so let me see. So every time when I go back and look at my stash, I always take this one out and look at it, because I mean, look at it. Isn't it beautiful? I don't know if you're like me, you periodically go to your yarn stash and rearrange it, and sometimes you look at it and see what you have, and then you plan to make things, and then sometimes I'm like, why did I even buy that one, and what was I gonna make with that? So it's a fingering weight. So if I'm going to make a cardigan with it, it's gonna take me a while, but I've made fingering weight cardigans before, so I probably need to make plans for this because I've been holding it. I've had it since 2014. That might not be long for some people, but that's the year I discovered this type of yarn. So to me, it's like I've had it forever. So this is my most favorite, or my most treasured yarn in my stash. I don't know if that's gonna change. Probably not, or probably, I don't know, because I don't know what I'm gonna find. And Miss Babs is gonna be at the FiberFest, so I'm definitely, if I make it, I'm gonna go check out her booth. So comment down below and let me know what your favorite yarn from this stash is, and probably if I have a ton of it, I might include it in the giveaway during the month of November, which is my birthday month. So that's all I have for today. I hope you have a good rest of your day, And until next time, don't forget to check out the DFW FiberFest. Nobody is paying me to say this. It's just that if you love yarn like I do, you always look forward to an occasion like that, or you always look forward to something like that, because you not only get an opportunity to see all the yarn that you would normally not find at the store, and you also get to meet the dyers who make the yarn. You also get to see new things. You also get to try new yarns and all that. So most of the yarn you find there, you can only order online. But if you go there and you see it and you touch it and you feel it, then next time you order online, you know what you're dealing with. So it's just me being excited about it, and I thought I would stop here. I'd pop on here and share with you, and if I happen to go, then I'll come back and share what I'll buy, or I'll come back and share my new start. So that's all I have for today, and until next time, happy knitting, happy crochet, happy yarn shopping, and enjoy the rest of your day. And thank you so much for always coming back to hang out with me.